On this episode, we have Preetham, who's clocked a lakh kilometers on his Triumph Tiger, and he tells us about his experience on it. Hi, Preetham. Welcome to the Moto Asha podcast.
Hi, Soeb. How are you doing?
Good. The funny thing is, there's a few people there's a lot of people that we know who do a lot of long distances. And I think you are one of the few that I've heard of after riding so many years, who's done so many kilometers on a motorcycle. So how did you go under the carpet? Like what is going on?
Okay. I hail from Bangalore. So in South India, Bangalore has always been very well known for the motorcycle community. So it started off very young. So the typical Yamaha RX100 to Supra SS to Suzuki Shogun, and finally settled down with an RV350. We've grown up watching the K1000 rally, the Coffee 500 rally, which was from Karnataka, and have had the chance to ride with the legends like R.H. Vikram to Janath Langappa. So motorcycling had always been a part of me, so continued it that way. Glad that I graduated from a good machine to another good machine through time, and this is where I am today.
So you have been motorcycling. You have been a motorcyclist for more than, I'm guessing, 20 years now. 25 years.
Yes.
Where did it start off with? What did it start off? Like, what was your first bike?
I've always watched the rallies that used to happen in Karnataka. So I picked up a lot from there. Watching the biggies then, and that blood rush was something that was always unmatched. So yeah, started off very early, I think by 16, 17, riding mopeds and all that. So I picked up from there. And then went on to the Yamaha RX100s, then to the Supra SS. So graduated, gradually, and this is where I am now. And it's been a fantastic experience all throughout.
So the blood of motorcycling so I see more blood, this motorcycling blood in the south for sure. So I guess it is because of all these rallies. Is that what you're saying? Is that?
Yes, yeah. Because as kids, I can relate now because we used to go from one town to another to watch these rallies. Like the K1000 rally or the Coffee 500 rally, all the way to Chikmagalur. Watching them was a feast. So that is where you actually kind of pick it up. Then those days we had the hill climbs to the autocrosses to the motocrosses. So that's when you started dreaming, watching them saying, okay, I want to ride like them one day. I want to be like them one day. Of course, needs a lot of dedication. So that's how it started off. And
But did you think that you're also gonna be one of those people racing?
I dreamt of, but then racing was not much that I was inclined towards. Okay, but then I picked up the knack. I picked up the style. I picked up the do's and the don'ts by watching them.
Okay, good.
And put them into use also.
So I am going to say that you are known for riding far and long, right? And you've come under our radar because of the fact that your Tiger Explorer is very close to. Is it done the Lakh right now or
almost,
very close?
Almost. Pretty close, yes.
So the funny thing is, every time I spoke to someone about you, they were telling me that there's not many Tigers or an Explorer, ADU Explorer that's done that. So how did you do it without being seen? Because I know social media is so, like, we can tell someone's life by seeing being on social media. So how do you do it? And I hear a lot of rumors that you ride at night. So get us through and tell us what your bike is and how did you manage?
First things first, I'm very low profile on social media. I like to keep my rides to myself, enjoy them myself. It's a different ballgame. The Explorer is something that's always been very, very close to my heart. A perfect machine that suits my kind of riding style.
Mm-hmm.
So a comfortable 1,000 to 1,200 kilometers a day is something that I've always enjoyed myself.
Mm-hmm.
Endurance is something that you build over time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty close to 1 lakh kilometers, and I can very proudly say that I have thoroughly enjoyed every minute and every kilometer I have done on the Explorer.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't think I would be this comfortable doing it on any other machine. No offense meant to any of the manufacturers, but this is something that I have been most comfortable with.
Okay.
Never had any issues whatsoever. That way, hats off and thanks to Triumph India and
Mm-hmm.
the local dealership, KT Triumph, has always been of great support to me,
Mm-hmm.
irrespective of whether they have spares or not. They've always fished it across to me, and they've given me a perfect bike to do
Mm-hmm.
a perfect ride.
Okay.
When you start off on these kind of endurance rides, peace of mind is most important, especially when it comes to a machine. The
Yeah.
back of your mind, you know that you have a perfect machine and
Mm-hmm.
it's not going to hassle you out anyway.
Yeah.
So you can enjoy your ride better.
Yeah.
So that's that.
So which is
Uh,
your what are the longest rides you've done? Because I know there's a lot of people, like, I mean, I'm from Pune, and there's a lot of people
okay.
who do the Pune to Bangalore and they come back halfway to, I think, Belgaum or something, and they call that
Hmm.
they make it that long iron butt thing. But
Okay.
which ones have you done? What are the
The
ones that
long,
yeah, what are the
the
ones that
longest
somebody
I
should do?
Well, you have the K2K,
Mm-hmm.
you have the Golden Quadrilateral. There's so many places that you still can visit in India. It's a
Mm-hmm.
beautiful country, so many untouched places. I have done most of the places in India,
Mm-hmm.
okay, but
Mm-hmm.
still there are many, many, many more untouched places. When I see someone talking about a place that is as close as 80 kilometers from Bangalore, and
Mm-hmm.
I have not been there.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's so many untouched places that you can ride to.
Mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
longest I think I have done was on my way back from the Golden Quadrilateral where I did Kolkata,
Okay.
Chennai, Bangalore one shot in about 34 hours or so.
Okay.
So that
Nice.
was the longest. And then of course the saddle saw Iron Butt.
Okay.
Let
Done all
let
that? Have you
oh yeah.
done all that?
Oh yeah, done
Okay.
dusted.
Yeah. But
Like that. Huh.
you believe that the machine is has helped you do these
Oh
things.
yes,
Yeah.
definitely, yes, definitely, yes. Having a perfect bike,
Mm,
okay, with the perfect accessories, perfect utilities,
mm,
makes your ride a lot more comfortable.
yeah.
Yes, I'm very, very happy, very comfortable doing night rides
Okay.
because of the fantastic lights that I have on the
Yeah.
machine. Okay,
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed Baja designs. Okay,
Mm,
I used
mm,
to run on a different set of lights before, but
okay.
they always threw that blue tinge.
Mm,
Okay,
mm,
the lumens, the
yeah.
kelvins. Okay, so what used to happen is after 700 kilometers or 800 kilometers in the night, my
Mm,
eyes would strain.
yeah.
Okay. So that is when I had a lengthy conversation with Rahul,
Mm,
and I said, see, this is the issue I'm facing. Okay.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's when Rahul said, get rid of them. Going for the designs is as good as riding in the day. Okay.
Yeah.
So I did a good 800 kilometers with the Baja designs, and I fell in love with it. It's
Yeah.
like as good as riding in the day, and there's no eye fatigue whatsoever. And
Yeah.
it's more visible, very clear. So you enjoy yourself more.
Yeah.
And night ride, of course, it's more pleasant, less
Mm,
traffic, weather
mm,
helps you.
yeah.
So yeah, most
Is
of
it
my
safe?
rides I've.
Is
It
it
is
safe?
definitely
Yeah,
safe.
yeah. I
It's
mean, that's the
definitely
biggest
safe.
question that I've always maintained to ride,
Mm.
sunrise to sunset. That's
Yes,
about it.
that's
But
the
then,
ideal thing.
yeah,
That's the ideal thing to do. Start
mm,
early, okay,
yeah,
as early as 5 in the morning and finish by 5:36.
yeah,
But there's certain places that you would want to avoid night rides,
mm,
okay, because it's not too safe. So
yeah.
those kind of states or places I usually avoid.
Mm. So you gotta basically connect with the locals and check with them what's
Yes.
going on. Okay,
So
so
that's the thing that, once you plan your ride,
mm,
most important is know the terrain that you're
mm,
hitting.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Know the place that you're going to. So
yeah,
that's when you start preparing yourself with the machine first.
mm,
Okay.
mm, mm,
You can choose the choice of tires you want, the
yeah,
luggage to carry.
mm,
Talk to people who've already done the rides. Get on the net.
yeah,
Check what the surroundings are, what the climate conditions is going to be. You know, people get very offended, or they go on an ego trip not to ask people.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't see any cons with that. Pick up the phone and say, Chief, I heard you've done this. What do you think? Pros and cons.
Mm, mm,
Register. And then you start preparing your bike first. Okay,
yeah.
so you get the bike prepared. Then you start preparing yourself,
Mm,
right from your riding gear to kind of warm gear, or you want to go in for something that is more thicker during cold conditions
mm,
and stuff
mm,
like that. And once you get your bike, another thing most of the boys do is, they get the bike from service and they start off on the ride the very next day.
yeah.
That's the wrong thing to do. Get your bike prepared at least a week before you start on your ride. Go for a short 150, 200-kilometer ride. Check
Mm,
it out.
yeah.
So in case there is something that needs to be attended to, you can always go back to the technician and get it sorted, rather
Yeah.
than suffering on the way.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
So yeah, preparing yourself and the bike most important.
yeah. So so let's get this right. There's a few things that you need to be wary about when you get onto those long rides.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the things that you said are really important. I've always found that there's a question always behind your mind, which is, what is the sense of adventure you seek by doing such things? There's always those people who will ask you, so what if you've done 1,000 kilometers? But
Mm-hmm.
like I said, what is the sense of adventure for you during
Okay.
these? Is it traveling? What is it?
Traveling, definitely, yes. Seeing new places, meeting new
Mm,
people, going around, and something that could change overnight.
yeah,
Okay,
mm,
because India is a fast-growing country.
yeah,
Okay, so today it's going to be untouched. Total
mm,
adventure could be a civilized place by a couple of months.
mm-hmm,
Right? So cherish it while it lasts and make the best use of it. You have age on hand, you have time on hand,
yeah,
okay, and you can really invest in making a comfortable ride a
mm-hmm,
pleasurable one.
yeah,
So when you come back after these rides and you can, just close your eyes and run down memory lane, it's so beautiful,
yeah,
so beautiful.
yeah,
And India is a country that is never going to run out of places to visit
yeah.
or watch.
That's true. That's true. So if I was to, if okay, there's a lot of people from the south, from the north, who look at you, people from the south, and they keep saying, "Hey, listen, you've got so much better. There's so much better. The grass is better on that side." And from the south, there's always somebody who says, "Oh, the grass is so much better up north. Let's go to Ladakh Leh and all that." If I was to tell you there's one city or one place in the south that is a must riders visit, what would it be?
Okay. Chikmagalur, Coorg.
Chikmagalur. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll start off with Karnataka first because
Yeah.
that's where I hail from.
Mm.
Definitely Chikmagalur,
Yeah.
Coorg. In Karnataka, you have a lot of places done really all
Yeah.
that. And in the south, you have, of course, Kerala, Bandipur. Depending on what you are more interested in.
Mm.
Some
Mm.
people like to ride to the hills. Some
Yeah.
people like the twisties.
Mm.
So get off your comfort zone,
Mm.
okay, and try
Mm.
something new. That is adventure.
Yeah.
If you're in your comfort zone and you're doing the same thing in and out every
Mm.
day, it
Mm.
kind of gets boredom. You get very bored of it.
Yeah. Have you done
So
all
try
your
something.
Have you done all your trips solo, or do you have a travel
Solo
partner?
at times. I have good friends with me at
Mm.
times. I have ridden with Mohan, Babu,
Yeah.
Chetan, Yashwan. So yeah, I've have had fantastic times with them. So yes,
What is the
company also.
What is the fun part about a solo ride and
Solo is that you're the king of the road. You
yeah.
can do what you want,
Mm.
park
Mm.
up wherever you want to.
Yeah.
With riding with these boys is that we've kept the groups very small.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
not too big. So you can you don't have to be running on schedule as such. Okay, so
Mm.
do your own thing.
Yeah.
And solo is a different ball game because you're on your own, and the actual adventure kicks in then.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can take split decisions on the spot, whether you can push it more, whether you want to stay back. So yeah, both of them are good fun.
Are you annoyed at people when they show up late at 5 o'clock when you start
I'm
your
used
ride?
to it now. I, I'm used to it now. Yes, it definitely gets to you.
Yeah.
Okay, because for me, I'm more of a dedicated kind, who would want to start as early as 5 in the morning
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
finish by 5:36 if I'm doing
Yeah.
a day ride.
Yeah.
And in that for 12 hours, doing about 1,000 kilometers is a cakewalk
Yeah.
if you start early. Okay,
Yes.
and endurance rides, it's like meditation. You have to give in your piece of dedication. Wake up
Yes.
early, get a good night's sleep.
Mm.
Very important. Very,
Yeah.
very important. Once you get into the hotel, freshen up, attend to only important work emails, update home, and you're done with it. Have a
Yes.
dinner and crash out.
Yes.
I see, a lot of people, sit and watch TV, they're on WhatsApps and all that.
Mm.
That is
Mm.
killing your sleep time. So
Yes.
once your sleep time is reduced, your ride performance the next day is always hampered,
Yes. So
and that
you've
carries forward.
that's good advice for the young people who are getting on too long.
Yes.
I think so. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm young, but like you said, if that sleep is not there the next morning,
Oh, no way.
it's difficult
No way.
now once you hit those 35,
Yes.
40s. I mean, I'm
So you have a
reaching
long
there.
way to get there, my friend.
Yeah, I'm reaching there. I can see that. But you're right that
Yeah.
sleep is a very important
Very, very
thing.
important.
Yeah.
Even, the human psychology,
Mm.
the day before you start your ride,
Yeah.
not many riders actually sleep well.
Yes.
So the first day,
Excited. Yeah. We're all excited.
you're
That's right.
excited,
Yeah.
then you're
Yeah.
tense, how it's going to be, whether I've
Mm.
packed the right stuff, whether I missed out on
Mm.
something. Okay. So the first day, keep your destination small,
Yes.
say about 600 kilometers.
That's a good
If
tip.
your
That's a
daily,
really good tip. I've
yeah,
never thought about that. Yeah.
if your regular riding is say about 1,100 kilometers a day, your
Mm.
first day of the ride, always keep it small.
Mm. Mm.
550 to 600 kilometers. Okay.
Yeah.
So then you, reach early, you get a good sleep
Yeah.
because your body is programmed, your mind is programmed saying, okay, I'm already on the right.
Yes.
Day
Yes.
two, you can actually push
Mm. Mm.
and you perform better on the motorcycle because you've had good amount of sleep.
Yes.
7 hours is what I reckon is a good amount of time to sleep the previous night.
Yes. Yes. How do you know that you've really pushed yourself and you should now, you shouldn't be pushing a little harder when you're riding and stop there? What do you have signs? Does your body just tell you, listen, I'm not able to concentrate on the road? How do you figure
Uh,
that out?
Okay, I usually program myself for 1,000 kilometers.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
but again, it's not a written rule as such. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
there are
Mm-hmm.
times when you back the range, you cannot even cover 300, 400 kilometers.
Yes.
It's not a written rule as such. Okay,
Yes. Yes.
but through years, through time of building endurance,
Mm.
my body is programmed for the 1,000 kilometers.
Yeah.
But anytime I'm feeling a little fatigued out, okay, I don't
Mm.
go to push. I don't have a point to prove to anybody. No one's
Yeah.
going to stand there with a golden medal saying, "Oh, ha, you finished
You've
1,000 kilometers, ha."
reached.
Right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
I can kill the ride
Mm.
at 700 or 800, whatever I'm comfortable with at
Yes.
that particular point of time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if I have lost out on say about 200 kilometers the previous day, okay,
Mm. Mm.
I get a couple of hours more sleep, so I'm more fresh the next
Mm.
morning.
Yeah.
So I make that up the
Yes.
next day.
Yes.
Okay, so it's
That's.
all about calculations on the go, permutation, combination,
Yeah.
and take it easy.
Mm. Does that come over time? It's not a
Yes.
textbook
Oh
rule,
yes.
I'm
No,
assuming.
not at all. Not at
there's
all.
there's no
You
one
keep
written a book.
testing yourself.
Yeah. There's no
You
one
keep
written a book.
testing
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it. Go for it. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
keep testing yourself. You keep pushing yourself. It's like I've always told boys,
Mm.
know your machine
Mm.
limitations, respect that.
Yeah.
Know your body limitations, respect that. Now, if your machine is comfortable at doing 700, 800 kilometers, finish it at that.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
body cannot push it even a kilometer after 700 kilometers, finish it at that.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no ego trip here. Oh, he's done 1,000, or I need to do 1,200. You're not
Mm.
proving a point to anybody.
Yes. Yes.
Ultimately, you have your friends, your family, your loved ones waiting for you at home.
Yes.
So you come back in one shape, safe, sound. They're at peace, you're at peace,
Yeah.
and live another day to ride another day is what I've always told people.
Yeah. Have you made good friends on motorcycles? Which is what
Oh
exactly
yes,
motorcyclists do.
oh yes, a lot of them,
A lot of
a lot of them.
But these are people that you meet
I
on the
must.
way, or these are people usually you've really ridden with them and you've become buddies. How
Oh
does it
yes.
go?
See, first, it's all about knowing each other. Then it's about knowing each other's riding styles, their ride temperaments, to what extent you are comfortable with them, or what rate they're comfortable with you.
Yeah.
Okay, so you do a couple of rides, and you know exactly who's riding in what style.
Yes.
So either
Yes.
they get used to you or you get used to them, make the adjustments, okay,
Mhm.
and then it's fun.
Okay.
It's super fun. Like I just told you, Mohan, Yashwant,
Yes.
Babu, we've done amazing rides. Chetan.
Yeah.
Okay, so we enjoy ourselves on the Sana, discussing just about anything on the road, and
Do
it's
you think
fun.
about work? I mean, I'm sure you guys don't
Oh
talk
no,
about
no,
work. Okay.
no.
So work is the boring part of a ride, that's for sure.
Exactly. So you,
You're
you
supposed to
want to get off
disconnect.
everything.
Yeah.
Yes, you totally disconnect and go there, have fun, and come back.
But is it because you've made it, is it because you've always told yourself, once I sit on that bike, I'm going to disconnect from everything? And then over the years, that's what you've told yourself, and that's how it's going
Exactly.
to be?
Yes.
Okay.
First, probably a year or so, it is very difficult to
Mm.
disconnect,
Yeah.
to detach yourself.
Yes.
But then you get used to it.
Yes.
So once you are saddling up, you leave everything at home.
Yes.
Okay, you're going out there to thoroughly enjoy yourself, and that's what you have, programmed yourself to do. Do that
Yes.
and come back, and then once you're back home, then you pick it up again.
Yes. So I have a very funny question for you. What happens to those
Mm.
people who've got bosses and they call you while you're riding? What do you tell them?
Sick leave. That's what I usually hear.
I'm
Sick leave.
assuming
But
you have.
again,
I'm assuming you have a
again,
few employees who go out riding. I
the
hope
now we're used to it. So
you're
when
used
say
to it.
tell
Okay. But
us
you
sick
would
leave, we know.
support. You would support it.
Oh
You would
yes, oh
support.
yes,
Okay.
definitely yes, yeah.
Okay. Which is a
You
good
have
thing.
a passion,
Mm.
you have a dream, live it.
Yes.
You can always come back and pick up work.
Yes. Which is a good thing. I think
Oh
we
yeah,
are moving to that culture of work-life balance, and I think I always tell. I mean, there's a few people who report to me, and I always tell them the same thing. If you come back
mm,
rejuvenated, I'm so much more
mm,
happier rather than you,
yeah, correct.
grumpy
Yeah.
about me.
Oh yes, a breath of fresh air,
A breath of fresh air. Yes.
can does magic.
Yes. So
Yeah.
I know you had to rush somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
have one last question for you, which
Sure, sure.
what are the top accessories that you really need to be on these
Mm.
long rides? What would
All
you
right.
put?
Uh, First things first, prioritize more of utility than
Hmm.
cosmetics.
Okay.
Okay. Cosmetics you can do any part of time.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is never ending. I'm
Hmm.
talking about the cosmetic part.
Hmm.
First things first, you need to do is get yourself secure, get
Hmm.
your machine secure. Okay. So good riding gear, complete. I'm talking about good helmet, to your riding jacket, to your boots, to your riding pants. Most important for you to stay safe.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
Now on the machine part, again, good crash bars, lights, most important.
Hmm.
Okay, for apart from the protection part, like the engine crash bar, all that, I think lights is something that is very, very important
Hmm.
because you don't know which part of the day you're going to hit where. Okay,
Yes.
so today you might be riding in the day,
Hmm.
tomorrow you want to push it in the night, or you want to start off really early in the morning, like as 3 or 4 in the morning, or
Hmm.
somebody like me who loves doing night rides. Okay,
Hmm.
so that way, I'm so thankful to Rahul to have given me the Baha designs. I'm absolutely so happy with it.
Hmm.
No eye strain, no eye fatigue whatsoever.
You've got quite a lot of lumens on that bike. Like
Yeah.
I mean, I looked at it. Like I'm using the Bahas. I mean, obviously because
Oh,
I
fantastic.
work here, but
Mm-hmm.
I want to. You've really broken the record for that as well. What's the lumens on?
I think
And is
last
lights
week.
is enough? Is there enough lumens? Two
Oh
questions.
yes, oh yes. I think the last we stopped calculating was when we touched 28,000
Oh my
lumens or
god.
something like that. So yeah,
How many
it
pairs? What have
gives
you
me.
put? What is the setup on your
I'm
bike?
running on the XL80,
Okay.
and I'm running on a pair of Squadron Pro,
Yeah.
and I'm running on a pair of the S2 Pro.
So you've put everything. You've put the whole
Yeah, I
bucket
put
of.
the best of everything.
Yeah, the whole kitchen
So
has been turned in it. Yeah.
gives me a lot of confidence
Hmm.
during the nights.
Hmm.
You feel a lot more safe. Your ride is a lot more secure because you
Hmm.
know where you're going.
Hmm.
And places like up north,
Yes.
when you're doing night rides, you have cattle right in the middle of the road. And
Hmm.
when you are just about entering the corner or
Hmm.
the curve, you're there.
Hmm.
Sorry, it's there. Okay,
Yeah.
so you don't want to get into situations like that.
Yes.
So, of course, Baha's all been my savior. I have been on Maxima lubricants right from day one. I mean,
Yes.
Rahul that way has spent a lot of time, advising me what to go for. and preparing me, saying, okay, this is how it is, this is how it suits your writing style, this is how it should be. Okay,
Yes.
so it's not only Rahul and me connect, or let's say Motivation is family to me, because it's not the commercial aspect. Sure, okay, they give me past, present, future, saying this is what you were on, this is what I think you should be on, and this is how it's going to be. I still remember the first time I used Maxima. I think I was on my K2K or one of those Indian sites, and then Rahul said you should try it. I said, okay, send it over. When I reached Kolhapur, but that's my second fuel stop from Bangalore, I called Rahul and I said, I'm enjoying myself on the lubricants. Feels brand new, fantastic stuff. I'm going to be on Maximum Lubricants for the rest of my the machine career. So he said, yeah, thank you so much. And it's like somebody's giving you an honest advice. So pick it up.
Yeah, yeah. So you've got protection, you've got lights, you've got good gear, you've got a good an oil that will help you out. That's it. It'll be lighter. It'll run like a performance machine. Good.
Oh, yes,
So I think
yes.
I think we're good with the advice that you've really given. So and I think your experience has really come out through
Thank you
this
so
podcast.
much. Pleasure talking to
So
you, my friend.
thank you so much. I think this one is interesting because I'm sure you have really done those miles and used a machine not to its limits. I still believe there's a lot more
Oh
limits
yes,
on that
oh
tiger.
yes, a long way to go.
Yes,
Thank you, Motor sir, for always being with me all throughout, on a phone call or on a WhatsApp. Everything's taken care of, advice given. Okay, you should, even the choice is given. Saying, okay, this is this, this is this. So you have the freedom to choose what exactly you want as well after the advice is given to you. So that way, Motor Show, hats off. Thank you so much. I'm so proud to be a part of the Motor Show family.
Thanks, Preetham, again for being part of this podcast.
Anytime. Pleasure's all mine. Take care, buddy.
Yep. Thanks.
Good day to you. Bye.
Hi again, it's Suhaib. Thanks for listening to this podcast. If you have anything to say about motorcycles and more, DM us on Instagram, and I'll be more than happy to get you on the show and hear your experiences.